We borrow money from Chinese peasants to buy the things those Chinese peasants manufacture.
J.D. Vance had the nerve to call Chinese citizens peasants. Bruh. I know you heard about it, people. He called those people peasants. But meanwhile, in America, the federal minimum wage in 2025 is $7.25 an hour. The federal minimum wage, I would say that's the peasant shit, right? That's peasant money. You know what I mean?
Now, God only knows the state of mind I'm in when I call somebody a peasant. Okay? So for J.D. Vance, the vice president of these United States, to turn around and say the products that we purchase here in these United States are made by Chinese peasants, the audacity of these men. I lost my nose ring. I gotta go pick one up. The audacity of these men that you can call these people peasants. The amount of Shein stuff and Fashion Nova stuff and just stuff that we get from those people who make minuscule money per day, and you have the nerve and the audacity to call them Chinese peasants? I'm telling you, America, these men are setting y'all up for the okie doke. They're setting you up for the okie doke. They're poking bears, and your sons and your daughters, since now they changed the draft to include women, your sons and your daughters, yeah, those are going to be the ones that's going to have to work on this.
It's April 2025, and Vice President J.D. Vance just called Chinese people peasants. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide, your go-to spot for real reactions to today's biggest stories. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you're here for honest commentary from voices around the world. So here's what happened. Vice President of US J.D. Vance, during a recent speech, was discussing Americans' economy, trade relations, and the working class. But in trying to paint a picture of global inequality, he reportedly referred to the people of China as peasants, and yeah, Americans were not impressed. Some are calling it flat out racist, and others are asking, how can the Vice President of the United States reduce over 1 billion people to a term that sounds like it came from a colonial handbook? Well, that's what's going down. But before I continue, let's take a look at some of the videos, then I'll be back and can talk about it.
I don't know if J.D. Vance was bullied or he was used by the bullies to just get good grades, but the dude wants to be liked so bad by the jocks in his administration, but not really. Like it's an attempt. It's an act. That's why he fixed his mouth to call the Chinese peasants. And he should have just kept his mouth shut, because not only are Chinese vendors showing that luxury brands are a hoax and a scam, which I knew all along, I was not just paying for a name, but now Americans who live in China are showing that the U.S. is ghetto. That we're the peasants. Because I saw a video of this couple living in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom penthouse with its own personal elevator connected to an iPad that they could invite guests up to with the elevator with said iPad. Beautiful tile, fully furnished. For how much a month? $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month. And then I'm pretty sure on top of it, this was a gated community. You needed a key fob to, I think, even get into the neighborhood. And the door to the apartment has a fingerprint scanner. And this is $1,200 a month. We're the peasants. This is the hood. Like, in general, the whole country of the U.S. is ghetto. And we have the nerve, the gall, to have, what, half of the stuff in our homes made in China? And you're calling them the peasants?
Hey, Chinese people. I just want to make sure that you all know that us Black Americans, we just live over here. They don't even respect us or listen to us. And we actually try to warn people about all these things that was going to happen, but they ignored us. So when y'all come over here or if something happens and things of that nature and whatever y'all are more advanced than us are planning on doing, please leave the Black people alone. Okay. We didn't vote for any of this. We didn't vote for any of this, and yeah, we don't think that you're peasants the way that JD Vance really got on Beyonce's internet and said that we buy things from Chinese peasants to manufacture. When he said we, he wasn't talking about us. He wasn't talking about us, okay? Just remember that.
Hey China. I just wanted to say that I am not with them other people that been talking crazy and calling y'all peasants. So when you get ready to do something, just remember the space and just know that we cool.
It's always fun to see our elected officials name calling like children, but God forbid we call him an idiot. Imagine somebody owes you money and they up here doing interviews calling you a peasant. As of January 2025, China holds a little over $760 billion in U.S. Treasury securities. That makes them the second largest foreign holder of U.S. debt after Japan, but they peasants. It's only been 80 days, y'all. Brace yourself, America.
Guys, the peasants have responded in kind with an instant tax refund policy for foreign travelers. Is China treating us better than our own country? When you shop in China, you're going to get 13% back instantly at approved stores. So let's say you buy something for $100, you're going to pay $87, which is a 13% savings or $13 savings in this particular example. Now keep in mind, that same $100 shirt is going to be more than $100 in the US because of tariffs. In addition, China is offering 240 hours of free visa entry, which is 10 whole days. And apparently, a phone call request from the US has been rejected. I guess this is what happens when you deal with peasants.
Mr. Vance, you called Chinese people peasants. Let me tell you what that word means to us. In China, a peasant is someone who works the land with their hands, feeds a family through hard work, and lives with values like honesty, loyalty, and kindness. Maybe we didn't have a chance to go to top schools, but don't confuse lack of opportunity with lack of intelligence. Because when we do get the chance, we become the ones building your AI chips in Silicon Valley, leading global tech companies and pushing the edge of innovation. While you are busy labeling us, we are busy building high-speed trains, world-leading 5G networks, and space programs that make headlines around the world. You used an outdated word with an outdated mindset to describe a country you clearly don't understand. And here's the twist. The peasants you mock, they are also one of your biggest creditors. China holds a big chunk of US debt, so yeah, the peasants you took down too, you actually owe them.
Now, Chinese Americans especially had a lot to say, and many pointed out how language like this fuels harmful stereotypes and feeds the already growing wave of anti-Asian sentiments there in the United States. Others online threw some serious shade, reminding Vance that those peasants helped build the world's second largest economy, while part of the US still don't have clean water or working infrastructure. And then there were the people asking the obvious, how does this kind of rhetoric help diplomacy? Especially coming from someone who represents the country on the global stage. And sure, some defenders claimed he was criticizing China's government, not its people. But that's not how it came out. He said people, and when you're the vice president, every word matters. And this is a reflection of where global politics and US attitudes are heading in 2025. We are in a world that's already tense, and the last thing that anyone needs is a high-ranking official fanning the flames with careless words. So, what do you all think? Let's talk about it in the comments. Drop your thoughts and let me know what you have to say about this conversation. And guys, before you go, if you enjoyed this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending stories from all corners of the world. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.